The applause still echoed when I stepped off the stage. My hands were shaking, not from nerves, but from emptiness. I'd just received the highest award of my career, and the front row was empty. My family's seats, reserved, untouched. They weren't sick, they weren't stuck in traffic. They were in Bali, a family trip, without me. 66 missed calls lit my phone like a siren. But before I could touch it, a hand brushed mine. Cold, deliberate. A key slid into my palm, and a whisper, "Welcome home." Family was everything to me. At least, that's what I told myself. I built my life around them, every sacrifice, every late night, every choice bent toward their comfort. My siblings took. My parents demanded. My cousins drained. And I kept giving because I thought love meant loyalty. But loyalty without reciprocity is just servitude. The cracks were always there. My promotion? They laughed, said I was lucky. My first car? They borrowed it, wrecked it, and shrugged. My relationships? Sabotaged with whispers and meddling. Still, I stayed. I swallowed pride. I convinced myself blood was sacred. Until tonight, when I saw their absence carved in empty chairs, louder than any betrayal before. The missed calls weren't apologies, they were panic. While I stood on stage, smiling for cameras, my plan was already in motion. See, they thought my award was a trophy, a shiny object I'd display on a shelf. They didn't realize it was a weapon, proof of my worth, a key to doors they never knew existed. Months earlier, when I discovered the family secret, the offshore accounts, the inheritance games, the property hidden in shell corporations, I didn't rage, I studied. Every password, every signature, every careless message. They schemed to cut me out, my own blood, carving my name from the will, selling assets behind my back, laughing about how I was too busy chasing dreams to notice. But I noticed, and I prepared. The key in my hand tonight wasn't just metal, it was access. To the penthouse they thought was theirs, to the vault where the real accounts were stored, to the empire built on my grandfather's name, the one they intended to erase me from. They handed me the stage, the city, the spotlight, and I used it. While they sipped cocktails on a beach, I met with lawyers, bankers, journalists. My evidence wasn't suspicion, it was concrete. A trail so tight, not even their lawyers could slip through. I moved fast. By the time their flights landed, everything had shifted. Titles transferred, accounts frozen, shares redirected. The whispers of "welcome home" weren't a greeting. They were confirmation. My allies, people they underestimated, people they dismissed, had already turned the locks. The calls came again when they landed. First angry, then desperate, then silent. I didn't answer. Instead, I drove to the house. Not the crumbling family home they clung to, but the estate that now legally bore my name. The gate opened at my key's touch. Their cars weren't inside. Their laughter wasn't spilling through the windows. For the first time, the house was quiet. Mine. The confrontation came 2 nights later. They stormed in like an army, faces red, voices raised. My mother cried, my father shouted, my siblings spat venom. "How could you do this to us? You betrayed your own blood. You'll regret this." I let them scream, let them choke on the same venom they'd fed me for years. When they were spent, I spoke, calm, controlled. You betrayed me first. Every time you lied, every time you stole, every time you reminded me I was never enough. You thought I wouldn't notice. You thought I wouldn't fight. You were wrong. I slid documents across the table. Legal seals, court orders, transfers. Their faces fell, one by one. The inheritance? Mine. The properties? Mine. The legacy they schemed to keep for themselves? Mine. And the best part? All above board. All legal. Every move airtight. My father was the first to break. "You can't do this! We're family!" I leaned closer, my voice low. Family doesn't abandon you on the most important night of your life. Family doesn't erase you for profit. You taught me what family really means, and I listened. They left in silence. For the first time, they couldn't take, couldn't demand, couldn't laugh. I had taken everything back. Now, when I walk the halls of the estate, I hear echoes, not of them, but of myself. The child who begged for approval, the sibling who gave without limit, the son who believed love was conditional. He's gone. What remains is stronger, sharper. People say revenge is fire. I disagree. Fire burns out. Fire consumes you too. Revenge is architecture, planning, patience, precision. They left me off the guest list of my own bloodline, so I rewrote the guest list. And when the key slid into my hand that night, I understood the truth. I was never coming home. I was taking it.